Good afternoon, everybody. Colin here with Techout, and today we're going to be taking a look at a new charging station from Anker. This is the Anker Prime 3-in-1 MagGo air-cool dock stand, and this just came out like 2 days ago, and I picked it up on Amazon. Anker has a special going on right now. I believe it was about $180, which is pretty expensive for something like this, but it has a lot of cool features that I was looking forward to. So I had to go pick one up anyway. It has Qi2 25-watt MagSafe compatible charging for the iPhones that support it. It's got active cooling and it has a smart display, which when I first saw this thing pop up on like forums and stuff like that, and then the Anker website where it was coming out soon, I was very excited because if you guys don't know, I am kind of a geek when it comes to charging tech and like power banks and charging hubs, especially the ones that have the screens on them and show you like charging information or have an app that show you charging information. And this does both. If we can get into it, because the pull tab did not pull tab, and I left my unboxing knife in the other room. So we're going to have to go ahead and forcefully remove that. We're going to try to slice it with this USB cable here. Okay, that is not going to work. Give me 1 second. Let me get this thing out of here. All right, that should have done it. So yeah, it retails for like $229, but they have a coupon on Amazon right now where you get it for, I think it's like $189 and some change, or $186 or something like that. It's 20% off. But here is the stand itself, just kind of your average tree style, stand with the MagSafe part for your phone here, as well as the watch. One cool thing about this one over the other one, the other Anker one I have, is this one does rotate, so you can change the angle of your device. This one does not. Right here we've got the USB-C on the back, and Anker actually included a USB-C adapter this go around. The last one I have did not have a power brick, it just had a cable. And with this one you get a nice braided high quality cable. It's not just like a cheap rubber one, which is nice. And they also give you a 65-watt power brick. So you have plenty of power, plenty of wiggle room here for powering all your devices. You don't have to worry about, slow charging something because, your phone's taking up 25 watts and your watch is taking up like 5 watts. And then your AirPods are taking up a couple watts. You've got plenty of headroom right here with this charger. Now I don't have an outlet here, but I do have my Anker Solix USB power station. So I'm going to plug this into the 100-watt port. And we're going to go ahead and plug this puppy in. And I'm going to show you guys some of the tricks it has up its sleeve. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in here on the bottom so you can see the screen a little better. So right here you have your AirPods, your phone, and your watch wattage. And then you can also swipe through, I believe, down there on the bottom. Tap to open settings. You can switch between modes, screen timeout, screen saver, brightness, and back. So the screen itself is not touch. It's just this little swipe bar down here. So you can just get back and forth between settings right here, but we'll go to modes. So you can do boost mode, sleep mode, and back in ice mode. So what that does is that just changes your cooling settings. So if I go ahead and put my iPhone on here, we're going to go ahead and put my iPhone 17 Pro on here. And you can see the charging will start. Now my phone's at 95%, so we're probably not going to get a very fast charge. But I do hear a faint fan noise. So the fan did kick in. And the phone is pulling 7.5, 7.8, about 8 watts of power right now. And we're pulling 10 watts on the charger on my USB battery bank here. And then when something is on here, you can swipe over and you can see the temperature. And you can go between that. So that is your charging temperature right there. It is ultra cool right now. And then you can go to settings here and you can change your modes. So you can put it on ice mode, which is the fastest cooling performance. Boost mode is going to be medium. And then you have sleep mode, which I believe disables the fan. So I'm just going to leave it on ice mode for now, and I can actually feel some airflow coming out from this. So it's definitely going to keep your phone cool while charging. We're going to take my phone off for a second. And if we go over here, we actually have a NFC tag on here that opens the Anker app. So I already have the Anker app pre-installed on my device here. But you can see when I tap that, it brings up the Anker app. I'm going to go ahead and sign in really quick. Another thing you can do is you can actually change what you want that to do in your shortcuts on your iPhone. So you can run like, you can tap that to turn on like your bedroom light or something like that. And you can actually have it do different actions. Now, it will try to open up the Anker app every time, so you just have to dismiss that box if you want to run something else. So let me get logged in here and we'll connect to it via Bluetooth. All right, so here's my other devices right here. These are all Wi-Fi enabled devices, so they're showing up. We have the Anker Solix DC, which is powering the stand right now. And then we're going to go to add a device. And it is, I guess it's probably just a charger yep right here. And we're going to say it's been reset. It says Bluetooth connecting on the charger down here on the screen. And we're going to confirm. And it says Bluetooth is connected. And we're just going to leave the name Anker Wireless Charger the same. There is a firmware update, but we're going to wait a second. And we'll change that here in a minute. So here are the different settings. We have boost mode. Activates semiconductor cooling to maintain full speed charging while protecting battery health. And then we have boost mode here, which is semiconductor cooling to further lower your phone temperature while charging. So I don't really know which is which. I think ice mode is faster. That's where the fan was the loudest, at least. We go back here. We can change the screen brightness right there. And then we have settings over here as well. So you can set a clock display. You can do some different like themes, as you can see down there. You can change between them. I'm probably just going to leave it on number 1 here. Try to change it. There we go. Number 1 looks pretty cool. Actually, this one's easier to see. I'm going to put it on that one. You can see the date a little better. You can choose your format, your time. I think that is that's when you can set when you want the clock to appear. And then you can do the timeout. I'm just going to go ahead and put it on 30 minutes. Your language, and then again, you have a firmware update available right now, which I will update in a little bit after I'm done taking a look at everything. So if I put my phone back on here, you can see we get a little animation of the phone up there. And then my AirPods, if I have them in here, and the fan just kicked back on right there. Let me see if I can find my AirPods on my desk. Here they are. These are the AirPod Pro 2s. We'll just set them down here. And you can see they appear right there. And we get the charging wattage right there as well for that. So very, very cool. I really like this charger. I do like that you can easily open, instead of having to fumble around on your phone and find the Anker app, all you have to do is come up with your phone, tap the little NFC tag right here. Tap the little NFC tag right here. It totally worked like the first time. There we go. Tap the little NFC tag right there and tap the button to connect and boom, open. And you're right into the app. So let's try that again. I don't know if it works with the phone asleep or not, but I think your phone does have to be awake. And it's off to the side over here. There's a little indicator right there. I think the phone only does it every once in a while. If you have, like, if you just close the app, it doesn't just keep popping up over and over again. If I remove the phone and then we'll try it again here. Okay, so let me close. Let's try it again. Yeah, so you have to get it more on the top of the phone, but then you can go right into the app, which is really cool. And like I said, you can set that up in shortcuts to run other actions. So if you want it to run, like, turn on a light or something like that, you can have it turn on your bedroom lamp. It will pop up that window every time. So you have to dismiss that if you have it running other actions and you don't want to actually open the app. But this is the Anker Prime charging station with MagSafe 25 watt capability and cooling. I will leave a link where you can pick this up on Amazon. Is where I picked mine up. Like I said, they have it 20% off currently right now. So it is a great deal. I mean, it is kind of expensive, but for what you get, it is a pretty nifty little product. So I'll be trying this out on my nightstand. I'm Colin with Techout. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. And as always, have a great day.